This week, the pro-union Constitutional Convention in Arkansas votes, and they say, slavery, be gone with you. Hello and welcome to Civil War in Hindsight. I'm Lieutenant Tommy. I'm freezing my balls off, and with me is Prospector Johnny. Johnny, we gotta stop doing this in the winter.
It's too cold.
This
hey,
is
well,
stupid.
you know what? If this war could just end,
That would be better.
I don't know if anybody cares to go back, but I'm pretty sure 4 or 5 episodes into this, I said it was going to be over by like this fucking summer or something.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was not.
I think you promised me a couple times it was going to be over real quick.
I promised you it would be over by Christmas a couple times. Yeah, and it wasn't.
And that was 4 Christmases ago.
3 Christmases ago. Like calm
whatever.
down a little bit, you know.
Whatever, basically. Anyway.
I guess technically.
All right, what bullshit happened this week? Nothing?
Nothing. Not much happens. On the 15th, the only thing that happens is a small skirmish in Petersburg, West Virginia. That's it.
All right.
On Tuesday, the 16th, a cavalry skirmish is going to begin near Danebridge, Tennessee, where the Union Cav is going to try.
Mad.
Yeah, horses mad. Union Cav is going to try to push Longstreet's winter camp. And on the 17th, that's going to conclude with the Union cavalry withdrawing and both sides gaining no ground, but at the cost of Union losing 100 men and the Confederates losing 150. So, meh.
Just what? 250 folks just dead.
Gone.
For nothing. Why?
For nothing. Because that's 250 is a hell of a lot better. Have you seen some of the other battles that we had? It was like 20. Antietam, 20,000 people died for like meh.
Oh,
nothing.
Oh, you're totally right. So what was the name of this battle that they died at? Oh, you called it a skirmish.
I did.
Because not enough people died.
I did. Also on the 17th, Johnny, there's going to be a fire at Camp Butler in Springfield, Illinois, that is going to cost the lives of 2 officers, and a fair amount of quartermaster supplies are going to be damaged and destroyed.
Oh, that's a bad day.
Yeah,
Just a little bonfire out of control? Or?
I imagine like maybe somebody knocked a candle over or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they
do have a lot of explosive things, and flammable things around
flammable
these
things
camps.
that are that is true. On the 18th, Johnny,
fire.
we're going to see significant opposition to the Confederate conscription in North Carolina, as many western counties, there are large populations of their cities are gathering in the town halls like, we don't want to fucking go!
So all right. So hold up. We had Virginia, and then a similar thing happened there, and we ended up with a new state, West Virginia.
Yes.
Bad name still, I maintain. Are we going to end up with like a South Virginia?
A western north,
South,
northwest North
East.
Carolina?
Yeah, whatever. Is that? Because that's
maybe.
Like that's what happened.
That's what happened with West Virginia. Maybe that happens here in the northwest North Carolina.
We're gonna have all sorts of directional states.
On the 19th. On the 19th, Johnny, pro-union Constitutional Convention in Arkansas, they're going to adopt an anti-slavery measure, which seems to spark a little bit of a disdain because there's going to be a skirmish. Yeah, in Arkansas. Because remember we took it over?
Yeah, no, right. Yeah, but now the folks there are like, okay, no, we're fine. Yeah.
No more slavery.
We're good with no slavery. That's fine.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Most of us, we don't have them. Or
we don't have them. We don't want them. We're starving. Can we please just end this? Can you feed us? If we say no slaves, can you feed us?
Then do we give food? Then
that might be part of
that would be great without joining the army, because already they said any of the food you do have, straight to the army.
Straight to the army, yeah, pretty much. Yep. Yeah. Johnny, there's going to be a bit of a skirmish in Branchville, Arkansas after this happens. And Lincoln is also going to, him and his administration are going to try to figure out how to stop cotton trading with the people of the Confederate territory. Now, what I mean by this is you've got plantation owners with their cotton that are trying to offload it, and obviously there's blockade. So they can't offload it. So they're going up to northern businessmen, and they're like, hey, you want to sell some fucking illegal cotton? You want to buy some of this illegal cotton? And some of these northern businessmen are like, yeah, sure, why not? Cheap cotton.
Hell yeah.
Fucking buy it. The problem with that is that money then goes into the hands of those rich Southerners, which, if it stays with the rich Southerners, no big deal. But since these rich Southerners like the idea of owning their slaves, they tend to give that money back to the Confederate government, which then tends to buy guns and then tends to, escalate the shit further.
Tommy,
so Lincoln's like, can we figure out a way to stop this?
What's the real problem with it, Tommy?
Slavery?
It's not taxable.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
That's the only reason they actually give a shit.
Fair enough.
Like, what a nice little story you knitted together about how, it's helping the Southern war effort. That's such bullshit. It's because it's under the table and they're not collecting any tax money for it. That's the only reason they give a shit about it.
That's probably more accurate.
It's not because it's helping the Southern war effort. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, probably.
What kind of propaganda they have you watching down in the base? Holy fuck.
Johnny, we're getting there. Hey, but speaking of that, my arsenal here in Indianapolis is almost done. We're getting there.
Oh, I can't wait for it to get finished. Maybe when they get it finished, we can end this war.
Maybe. By the time it gets finished, it probably will be, the war will be over, and it'll be pointless to even have the damn thing. In any case, Johnny, Trader President Davis's fears of movement on Mobile, Alabama from last week, those are going to come to fruition when Grant sends naval scouts to probe the forts in the Bay on the 20th. So Admiral Farragut is inside Mobile Bay, and he is starting to probe those forts, see what strengths they have to potentially take on Mobile, Alabama.
Let's take it, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
Lincoln is going to write to Frederick Steele, who's the military governor in Alabama. He's going to request, hey, listen, seems like you guys really like this idea of no more slavery. Maybe you should have actual elections to host a real government so that can be a real thing. So please
would
do
a
that.
Democracy be nice again?
And have a pro-union, reconstruction. He's, at this point, Lincoln's thinking Reconstruction. The war's over in his mind. I mean, it's not over, but it's over in his mind because he's now focusing on how to rebuild and bring this country back to fold. So
it's at least time to start considering the fact that at some point we're going to have all of these very angry people at us back in our country, and we got to figure out what to do with them.
Yeah. So he's getting those motions.
And how to keep them from not, I don't know, murdering him.
Yeah, there's that. There is that. Lincoln is also going to suspend the execution of 5 federal soldiers. Though they're on charges of AWOL, desertion.
And then we were going to kill them for that?
We've been doing a lot of that, and Lincoln says no. So we'll just. Lincoln has been on a bender of not killing people lately.
I told you at the beginning of the year, something clicked with him. Something happened. Is it an election year coming up?
It is an election year, Johnny.
Weird. Year, yeah. And all of a sudden, look at him doing all of these humanitarian type things like, not murdering people.
Yeah, he's doing that. And Johnny, this week is going to end. This very short week is going to end on the 21st with a pro-union citizens in Tennessee calling for their own constitutional convention to end slavery. So, can we end the war? Free the slaves, end the war, be done with it, move on. That's it for this week in Civil War in Hindsight. If you enjoy Civil War in Hindsight, check out Historic Hindsight. We got shorts where I talk about guns and why they're garbage. Not all guns. Well, all guns are garbage, but they're not like, it's not like a political thing. It's like the guns have their own faults, and we shouldn't ignore those. And isn't it fun to make fanboys of Glocks mad?